There was a ruling on a case in South Dakota where an off-duty law enforcement officers were criminally charged for carrying guns.
And Terry had talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the good news is a decision came down from a South Dakota court that has confirmed that all qualified off-duty and retired law enforcement are allowed by federal law to carry a concealed gun for personal self-defense, irrespective of state law.
And let's go real quick, and I'll do the cliff notes, okay? In August of 2008, Seattle Police Detective Ron Smith was vacationing in Sturgis, members of a fraternal law enforcement motorcycle club. And we all know the Blue Knights, and Akron's got one, and everybody's got one. Detective Smith was attacked by a member of the Hells Angels motorcycle gang in what South Dakota authorities described as a violent and premeditated incident. In fear for his life, Detective Smith defended himself by using his personal handgun to shoot his attacker and stop the threat. Well, the Seattle police went ahead and charged him with carrying a handgun in violation of their concealed weapons statute.
Not Seattle police, the Sturgis police.
Sturgis police,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You trust a police officer to carry a weapon in whatever jurisdiction they're in. How could you arrest the same guy,
Well, it was alleged that the city of Sturgis okayed law enforcement officers who were visiting to carry weapons.
Right. And he had the okay.
Right. So that was.
And now now it comes out. So I'm glad it was overturned. Everything's good.
Yeah, but you know what? It's still muddy.
Sure.
It's very muddy, and it's been muddy since they signed that House bill.
Well, you were saying also, and I have no problems. You're a trained police officer. I'm not anti-gun. I want guns in the right hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you travel, do you carry your weapon with you?
I carry my weapon, absolutely.
And Terry, you're going to be in Vegas next week. Do you have a weapon with you? You don't take it with you?
No, I don't care.
No, I have to qualify once a year by an approved, and I have to have retired ID, which I do. Those are the two requirements, I think. Unless I'm... Yeah, I hope.
Yeah. I'm just curious, Terry. I mean, like when you stay in a motel room or a hotel or something, and you don't have a weapon with you?
No.
Okay.
No, I just...
Does anybody have a weapon in there?
I forgot. Yeah, I should have said, does the wife take hers?
I will, I just never been in the habit of carrying. I do once in a while.
You didn't carry it when you were on.
That's true.
No, some departments require. Right. I mean, I know you're not active right now. You're the OPBA, but some departments require.
The FBI required you carry a weapon 24 hours a day, and there was a case where an agent went downstairs to cash a check, and the FBI office was above the bank or near the bank, and there was a robbery, and a woman was shot, and they sued the FBI because he was required to have in his weapon and he didn't have it. So
when that federal legislation passed back about 6 years ago, maybe, there was it allowed law enforcement officers to carry from one state to another, because there was always a problem when people were going on vacation. They would call us and they would say, what are the statutes in the different states? And some states you couldn't carry at all. Some states you could carry, but it had to be in the trunk, unloaded, or
ridiculous.
In a locked box.
How do I carried a weapon my whole adult life? You did too. How do you go the day you retire? What do you lose your confidence? What do you lose? Your credibility, your integrity? What do you lose? I don't get it.
I don't know. I just couldn't. I just never got used to carrying it off duty.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but you certainly are able to. You know what I'm saying? You have 25, 30 years as a police officer. What makes you the day you retire no longer credible enough or competent enough to carry a weapon?
I don't know why it was like that. Not all the states were like that, but when they passed, I think it was 218 at the time was the House bill, and it went through, but not all the states complied. New York, like when the pipe band travels to New York, they're told to leave the weapons behind.
How could that be, though, because a federal law would supersede a state?
Not all the states were abiding by it. As a matter of fact, in Ohio, when that first came out, I think it was the Ohio Chiefs of Police had told the Highway Patrol were questioning. They were going to cite any officer from another state that was, they had a weapon with them.